One of the things that's very critical is we have a strong foundation for all children to be able to understand who they are, develop their confidence, develop their sense of self-esteem and their value. And when you're in a situation where everything about your life is underprivileged, don't know where your next meal is going to come. Parents are barely making the ends meet. When you're dealing in a situation like that, it can be hard for children to develop healthy identities. One of the things that I really enjoy about Riverfront is that we meet a need for these group of children. We have food bank here.
So that the parents are able to take and supplement their meals with what is given here. And we have a food bank downstairs. We have a clothing bank for their needs also. Seasons change so quickly that there is a variety of clothing that they can have.
The mission of Riverfront Children's Center is to provide quality childcare and educational services for children and families and their unique needs comprehensively.
We can stick to our mission and just sort of do more of what we do, and there's really a lot of demand for that.
We are looking to have children succeed long term. So we make sure that we help them social emotionally, that we are helping them in all aspects of their educational perspectives, and that includes helping their families. We take great pride in the fact that when we help a family and we take on a child, we actually take on the whole family.
Societally, we have so many families that need to work. It's very different from when I grew up. You know, my mom stayed home.
I'm a dentist and I have a practice in Groton, Connecticut, and we hire people. And it's good to know when you hire somebody, and if they have children, that's great to have children, but kids need to be taken care of all the time on a day-to-day basis during the work week. And it's good to know that they have a consistently good place to take their kids. It's safe, and the kids are being nurtured psychologically and physically, and they don't have to worry about their kids. They can go to their job, let's say for example at my office, and focus in on that.
My teachers are planful and they're intentional about what they plan for the day. So early childhood takes the place of what my mom used to do when I was at home with her, and she could really plan for me individually.
The education part is there, the curriculum is there, but it's meeting the other needs like material needs and emotional needs, and you know, I see that a lot. That's why I admire Riverfront the way it is. It does care for the community. This place is really well run. The kids are fed, they're nurtured psychologically and physically, and they do a good job taking care of these kids, which is a great thing in our society.
The children just seem to be so happy and extremely well cared for with limited resources. In a facility that I've watched over the years grow and be renovated and improved, and always under some sort of pressure, but it's just a very special place.
Obviously, to run a center like this, one thing we need is unallocated funds. So a big thing to me is to do some fundraising, find ways to raise money that can just help us keep running as a center, that maybe don't necessarily are not earmarked for books or but just to keep the center running.
You've got to also, fix leaks in the roof. You've got to be able to do snow removal when you have $10,000 worth of snow in this year. Unrestricted funding is the single greatest need of any nonprofit out there, so that you can meet any and every need that walks through the door. As a business, Riverfront is lean and mean. We have every penny that comes in goes right back into the program. Our administrative fees are well lower than most at 19%, and that is including people that are working directly with children. So in a lot of organizations that wouldn't even be considered administrative. Our children and families and structure are what get that funding, and it's not going into my salary, it's not going into the salary of the executive director, it's all about the kids. So a donor, when they come here, knows where their dollar's going, how it's spent, and we can show through our outcomes how children are doing because of that donation.
The average family is probably paying about $20, $25 a week, when full fee is $200 a week.
We offset the cost for the rest of that care from donors and other private funders, grants, state funds, all different kinds of sources, so that they're getting $200 a week quality care at an affordable rate of $20. Our wait list is over 100 children at a time and truly shows that there's a far greater need than we're able to serve even with the 124 children here. So I would hope to see in the next 10 years another building or another Riverfront Children's Center somewhere in the vicinity so we can serve more families.
I want people to watch this video. I want them to say they want to give. I want them to want to learn more. And I want them to contact us. Here we are, and we're right in your backyard, and we're making differences every day.
We're all part of the community, and we all should be helping in every way we can. And the kids are happy. That's what really makes me happy.
There are many opportunities for people to volunteer. They can come in and read to the children. We would love to have more board members, because the more voices we have, the more diverse voices that we have on the board, the better it is for the children. With diversity comes diversity of experience. And so those experiences lend very well to what we're trying to develop here for the long term. People can come in to just go on field trips with the children and walk with the children to the parks and things like that. We loved having grandparents come in.
I saw a girl that I had in my class when I was a teacher years ago that she is a mom now, and she lives in New London currently, and she has 2 children. 2 of those children, one is attending Williams School, and the other child is in one of the elementary schools in New London, but they came from not a great background, and to see that growth and to see her be proud of her children is amazing.
You know, I would challenge almost any donor to find a place where their donations have a greater effect than here, and not just in some sort of vague big world way, but if you live here, this profoundly affects where you live in ways that almost no other philanthropical dollar can.
It's really a good feeling when you know that you've helped support a family, and then you see them in 2 or 3 years when they're out of this place and what they've done and where they've gone. It's an amazing feeling just to have that.